Dear students, hope you are fine and are safely inside your homes amidst this corona scare. We will resume our studies through this medium for next a few days until things are put in proper order. Topic of today's video lecture is clipping. We will learn clipping in different steps. First of all, we will learn to clip a point. So first, basically, this is point clipping. Clipping means accepting the area of picture which is inside the window. Let us suppose we are given a rectangular window in standard orientation. So this rectangular window can be described by x min and y min as first coordinate and x max and y max as the second coordinate. So we do not need to explain, do not need to describe these 2 points, as these two can be calculated very easily. Coordinates of this point will be x max, y min, and the same for this extreme point will be x min, y max. So before we start studying how to clip a point, let's take the Cartesian coordinate system. Cartesian coordinate system, this is the standard horizontal direction called x-axis, and there is a change. Usually y direction is in the upward direction, but if you are studying through a monitor, computer monitor or television screen, y coordinate will be increasing in the downward direction. So this is the origin of the frame. If I mark in horizontal direction, suppose this is the clipping window, and the point, if I mark this point vertical direction here, so this is x min and this point is x max. So if we ignore the vertical direction and take just horizontal direction, this is the starting point. This is the point where x coordinate is 0, and it goes on increasing as we move in this direction. You can watch it very clearly that if we move in this direction, this is the point and this is the left boundary of the clipping window. So clipping window's left boundary is marked by x min. So any point having its x coordinate lesser than x min will be on the left of this, and having x value greater than x min will be on the right hand side. So for a point to be inside the window, first condition is that x coordinate of that point should be greater than x min. And similarly, focus on this point, this value of x coordinate, x max. Any point having x value greater than x max will be on the right hand side of this point. So any point having x value greater than x will be on the right hand side. So this will also be out of the window. So it's clear that any point to be on the inside the window should have x coordinate greater than x min, and along with this x value should also be smaller than x max. If we want to take the points on the boundary, then we can have less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. So this is the condition for any point lying within this and this region. Similarly, now let's take the y direction. In this direction, y is increasing as we move downwards. So if now we ignore the x direction, we focus on the y direction only. I mark this upper boundary as y min, and similarly lower part of the boundary is y max. So it is clearly visible that any point having y value lesser than y min will be up above the boundary, above the clipping window, and any point having y coordinate value greater than y max will be below the window. So for a point to be within the y domain of the clipping window should have y value in between these two. So another condition is y should be greater than y min and y should be less than y max. So to consider boundaries you can have these two. So now we have four conditions: 1, 2, 3 and 4. If a point satisfies all these four conditions, it is contained within this region and this region. So if suppose you are to check whether a point is inside the window or outside the window, you take its coordinates. Let us suppose this is the point P1 having x1 and y1 values. So x1 will be compared with x min and x max. So if it satisfies both the conditions, now y will be compared with y min and y max. So if both these conditions are also satisfied, then this point is inside the window. Means after clipping, this point will be accepted as such. If you take some other point, let us suppose this point P2. If any point dissatisfies, violates any of these four conditions, I repeat, any of the four conditions, not all the four, any of the four conditions, either 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, so it will be outside the window. For example, the point P2, let us suppose x2 and y2 are its coordinates. X2 will be compared with these extreme points x min and x max. Y2 will be compared with y min and y max. If all the four conditions hold, then this point would have been inside the window. But you see, x2 is greater than x min. X min is this, x min is this, x2 is this, is greater. So this condition is satisfied. X2 is less than x max. It is not satisfied because x is lying here and x max is this. So this condition is dissatisfied. For y, y2 is less than y min. So y2 is somewhere here, is greater than y min, and on the fourth point, y is lesser than y max. So for this point P2, this and this conditions are satisfied, but this condition is violated. So if the point violates any of these four conditions, that is not inside the window, it is outside the window, so such points will be rejected after clipping. Hope you understand how to judge a point inside or outside the window and rejecting and accepting on the basis of that. In our next video, we will learn about line clipping. Thank you very much.